ए खुला ही था. Sorry.
Again.
Okay, so अभी locked है.
It's locked.
Locked.
If I pull, it won't open.
आओ भाई लोग सब लोग आ जाओ देखो मैजिक इसमें चाबी है. अभी इसको ऐसा मुंह के पास रखने का. Hey, what have to press the button, right? So I forgot how to use this.
You have to press the button.
हाँ,
You
press the
forgot,
button.
you forgot
खुल गया. Now properly one without any mistakes. Lock the car. Press the button. Magic. चाबी की जरूरत नहीं है रे लोग.
Welcome to another episode of History on Wheels. We have José here with the Chevrolet Cruze, and this is not his car though. Like, this is the first time in the history of Wheels we don't have a car which is owned by him. I used to own one. He used to own one. Most importantly, but it's very rare to get hold of these cars. Courtesy of a friend Prashant who runs Hoezaay dealership, he's lent us this car. So thank you so much for that. But we're going to be talking about this legendary car here and why a lot of people are looking for this model now, which is irrelevant because the history that he and I are going to discuss about this car is of epic proportions. When we started the conversation first, I think we spoke very little about how the shoot is going to go, but it's more about how the car was. And we were discussing about his car, my car. He had a black Cruze.
Black Cruze, yeah.
Mine was a blue Cruze, and they used to call it, my friends used to call it that, fridge wala color kyun liya hai?
Fridge wala color. Thank God
I got the
black version.
So that was a much more badass car. So that was the first version that he had, the original Cruze. By the way, I've been waiting to show you this image, and there's a reason why I did not show you. Dikhao. So the first Cruze that Chevy actually wanted to put out was this. But this is how it actually looked like. And had the car looked like this,
Oh my God.
we would have not had the Cruze. 100%. That is how it looked.
Oh man.
And when they introduced and redesigned the car, that's when it was made in form of a sedan. And that's why, we fell in love. I saw the car for the first time in 2010 and 2011 I bought it. You bought the first version.
If they had sold that version, people were, uncle, lift. Now they're doing that, but then, oh my God.
No, it was a crazy machine for that time. Unfortunately, they're not here in India with us, and that's why we have to source it out from friends.
It sounds like you're at a funeral. Unfortunately, they're not here with us. They were a good person. They were a good dealership.
Okay, why don't you say the eulogy?
उनका टायर बहुत अच्छा था. Mileage was actually pretty good also for such a big car, no?
Yeah, 16.
I was getting 16, 17. If you drove smarter, you could get about like 19.
Did you have a manual?
Huh?
Did you have a manual?
Auto.
Oh, I had a manual. So for a manual, I should drive like crazy. That's why the average was less.
My previous car was manual and driving in Mumbai. So then I was like, bus. And with an auto getting that kind of mileage, I was like, wow.
It's beautiful.
Why?
You punch it, power
Yeah.
and then otherwise it was, and nobody on the road would not miss the car. Everybody would look at that car at that point in time.
Never lacking for power. When you needed the power, it would kick in. When you needed to cruise, I remember, come, we'll go for cruise.
Oh, speaking of cruise.
Cruise control.
Cruise control.
Bro, first car,
one of the first cars to
yeah.
have cruise control. One of the first cars to have keyless entry.
Yeah, that was the coolest. Come, let me show you. Just pull the door. You left your car open.
So as long as you had the key in your pocket, that's what we're used to now. But you talk about 2008 having that feature was a swag level of 4,000 in it.
And it was a little weird also because we were worried कि keyless entry कोई लेके जा सकते क्या? So I spent hours just taking the key far away, checking to see whether it खुलता है. And the first few times I had the key in my pocket only. I'm opening, so what the fuck is it opening? What are they doing? This is a flaw.
I remember my violin. Okay, so we had a watchman who would lock the cars for us. And the first time he parked the car,
Oh,
I
yeah.
went and I'm just standing and watching his son. So he locked the car and
then
he has
he
a habit
checked
of
it.
checking.
Yeah.
So you would open, like it opens. He's locking the car, opening it. So it's funny because people are not used to that
And
thing.
yeah, we all had that habit of checking because
all the car enthusiasts do have that
car
habit. Okay?
stereos getting robbed, shit
Oh
getting
yeah,
robbed
that
from
was
your
such
car.
a big thing, man. Then.
So we have that habit of कि check करना ही चाहिए. So keyless के बाद टुक टुक
मैं तो भूल गया था यार कि
क्या?
स्टार की कार के स्टीरियोस कितने चोरी होते थे पहले. बहुत. I mean, that was a time. I mean, we've come to a very different era. So again, how long has it been since you last drove a Cruze?
Since I had the Cruze, I mean,
2017, so about 6 years.
6 years.
Give and
6
take
years,
6 years.
at least.
You wanna try this one?
I want to say yes and no because in general I don't like to drive anyone else's car because I want to crash my car on my own terms. And crashing someone else's car might upset them.
And normally on this show,
Yeah.
I was asked if I can drive their car.
Oh,
So this is
really?
the first time. Since this is not your car.
They're like, sir, aap chala lo, aap
But
chala.
it's been 6 years. I want you to go
Yeah,
through
yeah.
that nostalgic experience when
I
you
would
drive the car.
I'd love to.
Why don't you try the keyless entry?
Hey, खुला ही था. Sorry.
Again. Okay,
Okay,
so
अभी locked है.
It's locked.
Locked.
If I pull, it won't open.
आओ भाई लोग सब लोग आ जाओ देखो मैजिक इसमें चाबी है अभी इसको ऐसा मुंह के पास रखने का hey what have to press the button right so I forgot how to use this
You have to press the button.
हाँ
You
press the
forgot, you
button
forgot
खुल गया now properly one without any mistakes lock the car press the button magic चाबी की जरूरत नहीं है रे लो चलो next stop गोवा
Dude, this is nostalgic. This is new. This is still the same.
oh power seats मेरे इसमें नहीं था
Okay, halfway, I'm going to be driving as well, please. For the first time, I'm not going to be driving this car back.
chance मिलेगा sir.
Oh, wow. What a feeling it is to drive this car. Shit. Dude, it's so weird. In my car, I've never sat on the passenger seat.
When they did the first facelift, I was like, अरे मैं अभी तो लिया गाड़ी क्यों?
I think when I get into that seat, we might just end up on our way to Goa.
I didn't see the signal. It's coming. I'm slowing down. फिर भी अंदर गाड़ी के अंदर आने का है क्या?
All the memories are coming back.
Yeah, dude. You know the only thing that is, I mean, I was gonna say it's alien, but it's not alien anymore because you go to an SUV and then you can't go back down.
Yeah.
At least for me, I can't. Once you get that little bit of height on the road, you don't want to go back down. But this feels so good again. Oh my god!
You're in a proper sports car now. Connect, man. It's okay. It's not ours. Drive it like you stole it.
Oh my god! Really feels great.
No, but yeah, I can like
What a beauty.
literally everything. Okay, I also had a sunglass holder here, which is not there now because of the switches. But the seats and everything is just exactly the same. I remember the switches.
The feel of the drive also is beautiful.
Beautiful,
Man,
right?
hats off to whoever's maintained this car. It feathering the axle, and then when you need a little bit of power, feather a little bit more, boom, it kicks in immediately. Shit,
That
it's
was
so
the beauty of the
smooth.
car. That was the beauty of the car. So the first version which you had, that had about what 150 odd bhp and 320 Newton meters of torque, which still at that time was a very powerful car. The second version which I bought was 160 bhp or 157, but 360 Newton meters of torque. So, and had a manual gearbox. And there's a reason why I did not search for an automatic. I used to gun the car like crazy. Like imagine doing 150, like 150,000 kilometers in 2 years. Like I've been just Ola driver tha main. Khud ka hi Ola driver.
For me, my first car that I bought with my own money, actually. Before that, I had the Icon, which my dad bought. Then it became my car. He was like, you can have it, I'm going. But this car was the first vehicle that I bought with my own money. So
What inspired you
that
to get
much
this
more
car?
precious to me. there were a bunch of cars. Like I said, the Civic I was eyeing. For me, it boiled down to Civic versus this.
No, go.
And this was the sexiest vehicle. And bro, the number of things you were getting in that 17 lakhs that you were putting in there, I think the Civic was around the same price, but a lot of the features that you were getting in this vehicle, you were not getting in the Civic at that point. So
First of all, this had a better ground clearance.
Yeah.
This did not look as sporty as a Civic, but it looked very aggressive.
But there was nothing like this at the time. Nothing like that looked like this.
No, absolutely. I want to drive now. I genuinely want to drive. Why did you stop here?
Never.
Please, 5 minutes.
Ek round, please. Ek round.
Correct, round. This is what I miss. This whole view, the dials, the RPM
So good,
meter.
huh? Sorry, I was using your elbow
Just
rest.
put it in neutral. For me, owning a Cruze and such a powerful car was a different experience in itself.
Yeah. So true.
And unfortunately,
Love it, man.
I can't buy a new one now, even if I want to.
I know, na? Shit. And I remember thinking back then, kya mast gaadi hai. The next few iterations will be way better. And it's already amazing.
Have you seen the new ones? In both of these movies, the car that they've showed is the new Chevy Cruze.
Oh, okay.
That's why I asked you, have you watched this movie? Because
I'll
that
check it
car
out.
looks really different.
What a great feeling to be in this car again, man. And you found a version of this car that is maintained fucking supremely well.
This has been so good. I'm
Amazing.
so happy
Pleasure
that
of
we could
mine,
do
dude.
this. And stay tuned. We'll do something else more sometime soon.